Welcome to Shenzhen Metro, but more importantly, welcome to the future. This railway station is larger than every single airport terminal in the US.
America has airports bigger than most cities, but China just built a train station that outmatches them all. Taller, wider, and faster than anything in the West, this station is a city in itself. Millions of people already move through its corridors every hour, yet most of the world has barely noticed. This isn't a regular station. Covering 1.22 million square meters, it spans roughly 170 football fields. With 15 platforms and 29 tracks, trains reach speeds of over 217 miles per hour, connecting faraway cities in a fraction of the time it used to take. Beijing, Shanghai, Chengdu, they're all now just a few hours away from Chongqing. But what makes this achievement truly shocking isn't just the size or the speed, it's where it was built. Chongqing is a city carved from mountains, cliffs, valleys, and gorges. Flat land is nearly impossible to find. Building a structure this massive here would seem impossible by American or global standards. Yet China did it, using technology, robotics, and planning methods the world hasn't seen before. And here's the twist. The station isn't just for trains. It's designed as a full urban hub, a city within a city, with shops, restaurants, and plazas, all flowing seamlessly into one giant structure. But the question is, how did they actually make this impossible dream a reality? Chongqing isn't just any city. It's a maze of mountains, cliffs, valleys, and river basins. Skyscrapers rise hundreds of feet above one neighborhood, while other streets sink deep into gorges below. The ground itself changes level every few blocks. In a place like this, building a train station the size of a small city sounds like pure fantasy. Engineers faced a problem most countries would have abandoned. How do you lay foundations for a structure that massive when flat land barely exists? Traditional construction techniques simply wouldn't work. Bridges had to cross gorges wider than stadiums. Tracks would need to weave through mountains, tunnels, and valleys. Some trains even passed through the upper floors of skyscrapers during their journey. Without a solution, Chongqing risked falling behind other Chinese cities. Transportation delays weren't just inconvenient, they held back commerce, student mobility, and the distribution of goods. Every day, economic opportunities slowed under the weight of impossible geography. Yet while others might have seen a dead end, China saw an opportunity. Their answer would not only conquer the mountains, but transform Chongqing into one of the most connected urban hubs in the world. But reshaping mountains and building a city-sized station, that's a challenge few would dare to attempt, and even fewer would succeed. Chongqing's terrain wasn't just a construction nightmare, it was a transportation nightmare. The city's twisting hills and deep valleys made it nearly impossible to build high-speed rail lines that could connect efficiently with other major cities. Trains had to snake through mountains, climb over massive bridges, and navigate tunnels carved through solid rock. Speeds were limited and delays were inevitable. For a city at a critical junction of China's inland trade routes, this wasn't more than inconvenient. It was costly. Goods couldn't move quickly, students struggled to reach universities, and fresh produce couldn't get to markets in time. Every delay slowed the economy and risked leaving Chongqing behind the booming coastal cities. China faced a choice: accept the limitations or reinvent the system. Waiting for conventional planning, permits, and gradual upgrades could have taken decades, but the nation decided on something audacious: build the largest train station the world had ever seen, faster than anyone believed possible. And it wasn't just a station. It would be a hub that turned the entire city into a single connected organism. But there was a problem no one could ignore. How do you even find the space to build a city-sized station on mountains that seem impossible to level?
Faced with mountains, valleys, and an impossible landscape, China didn't hesitate. The solution? Build a train station so massive it could function as an entire city, and do it faster than the world thought possible. The Chongqing East Railway Station would span 1.22 million square meters, with 15 platforms, 29 tracks, and the ability to handle 16,000 passengers per hour. But size wasn't the only challenge. Engineers had to integrate high-speed trains traveling over 217 miles per hour, seamlessly connecting the city with Beijing, Shanghai, Chengdu, Xi'an, and more. The station would unify districts once separated by difficult terrain and bring them together into one massive, fully connected hub. Critics doubted it. Could any country, let alone one built on hills and gorges, actually pull this off? Western media called it ambitious, maybe impossible, but China's approach was simple: plan big, build fast, and innovate at every step. Modular construction, AI-driven robotics, and a vision that combined urban planning with transportation technology were at the core of the strategy. And here's the kicker: this station wouldn't just serve trains. Shops, restaurants, and public spaces would turn it into a city within a city, fully integrated with the surrounding urban life. But even with a plan this bold, there remained one question. How do you literally flatten mountains to create a foundation big enough for this megastructure? Building a city-sized train station on mountains seemed impossible, but China didn't just accept the challenge, they conquered it. First, engineers had to create flat land where none existed. Over 10 million cubic meters of earth were moved, hills were leveled, and valleys filled, all while keeping the scale and precision required for a structure this massive. Human labor alone couldn't have done it fast enough, so China turned to technology. AI-driven robots handled critical tasks. Laser-guided bulldozers leveled the ground with millimeter accuracy. Concrete foundations were poured and smoothed by machines, and robotic cranes lifted massive steel and glass sections into place. These machines worked day and night, unaffected by Chongqing's scorching summers or heavy rains. Even safety was automated. Patrol robots monitored workers, checked for hard hats, and ensured equipment was in the right place, reducing accidents by 90%. Modular construction allowed massive components, pillars, roof sections, and walls to be built off-site, transported and assembled like giant puzzle pieces. By 2025, a project that might have taken a decade in other countries was completed in just 38 months. And yet the real marvel wasn't just the speed, it was the sheer size and design of what emerged from the mountains. But what makes this station truly extraordinary lies in what's inside. The Chongqing East Railway Station isn't just big, it's a marvel of scale and design. Spanning 1.22 million square meters, it's roughly equivalent to 170 football fields, yet every inch is carefully planned. The station can handle 16,000 passengers per hour, with elevators, wide corridors, and platforms designed for smooth, barrier-free movement. The architecture draws inspiration from nature. Giant pillars rise like hanger trees, branching out near the roof to support the structure while letting sunlight filter through. Skylights scatter light like waves on the Yangtze River, creating a natural, glowing interior. Even the massive 16,500-ton roof was assembled piece by piece using robotic cranes, demonstrating precision that would have been impossible just a decade ago. But it's not just functional, it's also breathtaking. Shops, restaurants, and plazas are seamlessly integrated, making the station feel like a city hub rather than a transit point. Travelers can move, eat, shop, and relax without leaving the station. And here's the suspense. This is only the core of a much larger vision. The station is set to anchor a brand new district, a city built around it, transforming not just transportation, but urban life itself.
So how does this new city connect to the rest of China at lightning speed? That's where things get even more incredible. The Chongqing East Railway Station isn't just a transit hub, it's the heart of a new city district. Known as the East Station Hub New City, this 3.5-kilometer area is being built around the station, integrating transportation, commerce, and daily life. Exits lead directly into plazas, shopping streets, hotels, and food districts, making the station the central artery of the city. China's vision goes beyond convenience. They're creating a zero-transfer city where commuters can leave their homes, hop in a taxi or bus, and reach high-speed trains without stepping into another building or waiting in line. Metro lines, buses, and taxis all converge seamlessly, reducing reliance on personal cars and creating a smooth, efficient flow of people. Businesses are already taking notice. Logistic companies, offices, and retail outlets are clustering near the station, drawn by the massive foot traffic and instant connection to the rest of China. The high-speed rail network opens access to millions of potential customers, employees, and suppliers in cities hundreds of miles away. But even as the city grows around the station, the real game changer lies in how fast and far the trains can really go. From the Chongqing East Railway Station, China's vast high-speed rail network spreads like veins across the country. 7 national lines converge here, linking Chongqing to cities such as Beijing, Shanghai, Chengdu, Xi'an, Wuhan, and Kunming. Trains reach incredible speeds of up to 217 miles per hour, cutting journeys that once took 6 hours down to just 2 or 3. For students, commuters, and professionals, this is transformative. University campuses, business hubs, and job markets hundreds of miles away are now accessible without long, exhausting travel. Farmers can deliver fresh produce to distant cities in record time. Logistic companies can move goods faster than ever, boosting regional trade. The station also supercharges tourism. Visitors can explore the terracotta warriors in Xi'an, the giant pandas in Chengdu, or the Avatar Mountains near Zhangjiajie, all just a few hours away. Hotels, restaurants, and shopping areas surrounding the station are already benefiting from surging foot traffic. The numbers are staggering. Passenger flows on key lines increased by over 300,000 per month, while regional tourism revenue jumped by billions of yuan. The station doesn't just move people, it moves economies. But while the station is revolutionizing travel and trade, there's another factor that makes it almost futuristic in every sense: the technology powering it behind the scenes. The Chongqing East Railway Station isn't just large, it's smart and eco-friendly. Advanced AI systems monitor construction, coordinate thousands of workers and robots, and optimize everything from material delivery to train scheduling. Temperature sensors, laser-guided equipment, and robotic welders ensure precision and safety at every step. Sustainability was a priority. Solar panels cover large portions of the roof, feeding green electricity into the city grid. Skylights reduce the need for artificial lighting during the day, while rainwater is collected for irrigation. Even cooling systems are shared with surrounding buildings, maximizing energy efficiency. The station meets China's 3-star green building standard, the highest in the country. China's approach has already drawn attention worldwide. Urban planners in Indonesia, Thailand, and parts of Africa are studying the zero-transfer city concept, hoping to replicate the model. Integrating transit, commerce, and urban living into a single flowing organism could redefine city planning globally. And yet, despite the praise and the record-breaking scale, critics question one thing: can a country sustain this level of construction and investment without consequences? The answer might surprise you, but one thing is certain: the station has already stunned the world. The Chongqing East Railway Station is more than a station. It's a symbol of ambition, technology, and vision. What was once impossible, a city-sized structure built in the mountains, is now reality. Millions of passengers move through it every day, and the surrounding district is already transforming into a bustling urban hub. But the story isn't over. New high-speed lines, still under construction, will expand connections even further. East-west, north-south, and star-shaped routes will funnel passengers and cargo across China faster than ever before. The economic, educational, and cultural impact is only beginning. Tourism, trade, and talent mobility are set to grow exponentially, all centered on this single engineering marvel. Globally, countries are watching, wondering, can they replicate this kind of integrated, city-centered transit? Will the zero-transfer model redefine urban planning worldwide? While Chongqing East Railway Station is a triumph today, China already has plans for even larger and more advanced stations in the future, pushing the boundaries of engineering and urban design once again. The question remains, what will the next mega station look like, and how will it change the world?